Oh my gosh, it's not in there.
Oh my god.
Alright, so we found this perfect location right down the street from the B&B that we stayed in Stanton. There's a thatched roof house right down the road. There's a little stream. I mean, it's kind of like just perfect. So we're gonna get in what we can and we're gonna have some fun. Alright, so we just finished up our little painting in
Stanton.
She's the names person, my brain doesn't
Barely.
work.
Stanton was so pretty. It's so picturesque. Literally it looks like a film set, and they're actually going to be filming something there this
they were
week.
filming, yeah.
It was kind of one of those moments where, like, I mean, it's gonna be hard to nail this, but we have to at least try. And so my goal was to just keep it really gestural and just try and get kind of just the, like I always do. I mean, I guess it's just trying, outside is just trying to get the overall vibe and the color, and kind of like the spirit of the scene.
Yep.
You know? Just pull it.
There you go.
Like that.
There you go. All right, so we found a nice little spot in this hillside to have lunch and decided it's so nice we are going to do another painting.
I'm going to try and get a little bit more foreground in today so I can practice controlling the values of foreground, middle ground, and background a little bit better. What I keep finding is that I bring my paintings back inside and everything that I wanted lighter is a lot darker. So today I'm really going to try and just kind of keep my values more controlled with dark in the foreground, lighter in the middle ground, and then lightest in the background, so that the image really reads. There's a lot of information going on right now in this scene, so I'm going to still just trying to kind of keep it simple, block it in, and get the overall vibe while just really just getting the basic kind of distance landmarks in there. So for this one, I was thinking about doing a different scene earlier that had a little bit more kind of more of a focal point, had higher contrast, and kind of a clearer view. And I just want to try and challenge myself. So rather than picking that scene, I'm doing this one, which is a little bit more abstract. It's a little bit more unorganized. So it's going to be about how do you organize it on the canvas versus what nature is giving you. But the colors here, I'm just really feeling, so I'm going to try and just kind of keep the colors light and go more impressionistic, a little bit more abstract versus trying to really define everything.
All right, so the scene I chose is very much like Lindsay's, except for I'm going to try to get this tree, this one right here, in the canvas. So it's going to be that tree, and then the three smaller ones in the background. I think a lot of this painting is going to have to be like design, like shapes, making sure all the shapes aren't the exact same. Like each tree has a little bit different shape to it, a little different lean, and isn't the same thickness.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna call this one done. I did what I set out to do, which was keep it kind of loose, abstract, impressionistic. Try to go with just the general colors that I'm seeing, and kind of keep the scene a little bit more, in a sense, like chaotic, like a forest is, rather than like a real refined focal point, and kind of keep it more just natural. So I'm sure if I painted this 5 more times, each one would turn out completely different, because it's one of those where you accidentally put a mark down that kind of was intended, and then it turned out to be exactly the thing you wanted or not the thing you wanted. And that happens every time with scenes like this. So they always turn out different. I feel like I could just keep painting them as the day went on and probably get 10 different interpretations. So with that said, I'm happy with the way this one turned out for today. And it helps me kind of just like loosen up and really try and see the shapes for what they are. I'm happy with it. And I think we're gonna probably move on and find another spot to paint.
So we just finished our forest paintings.
It's a really fun challenge when you've painting more, been focusing more on areas that like have like you're saying a clear focal point, to just kind of like I don't know, just play with like more natural arrangements, I guess. You know,
Yep.
In a sense, and like let nature really kind of dictate it versus you finding the perfect composition.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool, and that's like a whole challenge in itself, like you were saying, like like playing around more with like flat colors and just getting like big general areas in there. Like this was the first time in a long time where I was like, I just wished I had literally a big canvas so you could just get really gestural with it. It's really hard when you're working with I had a 5x8, no, 6x8. I mean, it's good because you can cover ground really easily, but like if you wanted to get big swaths of like this like beautiful like sage green, it's like one little spot, you know, so it's kind of challenging. This is one a big old canvas would have been really fun to like just let loose.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's a valid thing. Like people probably wonder why we like paint so small. Yeah. Well, I mean, we have to carry all our painting gear on our bags. Yes. Like on our backs. If we had a car, it would be a lot different. You know, and we probably could get bigger, you know, bring bigger panels and whatever. But because we're walking miles and miles and miles, like that all that weight adds up. And these are really just kind of sketches, you know, like sketches that you like learn from, and then like just as we did now, it's like, oh, okay, this is definitely something I want to do again. And I want to do it with like a bigger board, so maybe then you have to go and plan a like trip with a car. But
still it's about getting the sketches in, and also just like on your hike, just slowing down for an hour or two and sitting in a single spot and just kind of observing. I still think that is like one of the best parts of plein air painting. It just slows you down. It stops you. It makes you actually sit in the forest for longer than you would. You know, it's that kind of thing, and really like kind of study the shapes and colors. And so when you leave your walk or your day outside, you hold on to that memory a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed with plein air painting.
Completely.